Hey everybody, we are back with another review, and today we are checking out a blast from the past. We got ourselves the original Tickle Me Elmo here. So without further ado, let's hop right into the review. So we got this super vintage Tickle Me Elmo brought to you by Tyco. This is from '95, Jim Henson's. So this was one of those toys that came out in the mid to late '90s that basically captivated all of consumerism in America and made parents go out and go crazy just to buy their kids one of these. This was a big deal if you were a kid in the 90s, big deal if you were a parent who enjoyed and valued their sleep in the holiday season. But yeah, as iconic as this toy is, we're going to check it out 20 years later. So we're going to load him up with batteries and see what he says and see what he does and how he reacts. So the sew job on the actual Tickle Me Elmo himself is actually pretty good quality. I mean, it's a pretty good quality stuffed toy. It does have electronic parts inside, moving parts, so the seams and everything does have to stand up to, you know, the gyration, the yanking, the tugging from a kid. You know, kids are going to be tugging these toys, you know, yanking the heads and stuff like that. I mean, the eyes, these are pretty good quality eyes. I mean, they're not cracking or anything. I'm just smashing them against the table. Nose, orange nose is typically going to get just filthy and disgusting whenever it rubs on anything. Fur is pretty clean for its age. I ended up getting this at a secondhand store, and didn't really have anything too bad on it. Did have some discoloration here on the back of the eyes. These are a bit of a yellowish color. You can actually see, look at this, ready? Look at that difference. Look at the white on the back of those eyes compared to the yellow. Crazy the difference. How that plastic just ages to light UV and you know, over time. Mouth, we got really hard mouth, typical Jim Henson Muppet mouth. It's just a good quality mouth in regards to, they know that a kid's going to play with this and just absolutely beat him up. So let's pop open his back part here, and we'll take out the module. Since we don't have him loaded up, we're going to put some batteries in him. Yeah, see, nothing. But the module is tied to an inner fabric in this pouch, and the pouch is this separate compartment which has a tie-off bag which holds this device, and we have a nice Velcro hole right there. So let's pop off this little case and load up Elmo with some batteries and breathe life into this stuffed toy which has been shelved for the past 20 years. So yeah, like 96, these were probably going for over 100 a piece. Some of them were going for multiple hundreds during the Christmas season that these were hot. Upwards of $1,000. And this is the 90s, so we got our latch secured. And before we tuck this away, the plastic on this is really good quality. We got the Tyco branding on the back here, and it says 96 Tyco preschool toys, Jim Henson products made in China. And then the speaker is rather large here. We're gonna actually test this device outside and then test it once it's been put back inside Elmo. So let's check it out.
That tickles.
Pretty loud. I imagine it needs the body to be muffled for it to sound right, and it also doesn't sound...
That tickles.
It's just really, it's got a harshness to it that I imagine the body of Elmo helps muffle and makes it sound right. But it does have a sharp harshness to it when you hear it. Let's try it one more time. We'll see if we can get the vibration going.
That tickles. Oh, man.
Couldn't get the vibration going. Let's see if we can get that going inside Elmo. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it button facing his belly and the speaker facing the back when I tuck this back in there. And then that's how I pulled it out. So I want to make sure it goes in there the right way, and that's where you'd be tickling Elmo anyway. You wouldn't tickle his back. So let's put that Velcro back so you can't even really see. Another good thing about these Jim Henson products is you really can't see that seam. So, and now he has some nice weight to him now when he's got batteries in there, and that unit's pretty heavy. So he's definitely has some weight. He's not a toy you can just sit on a shelf. He's got weight to him.
That tickles. Oh, boy.
So now he's vibrating. But
Oh, boy. That tickles.
yeah, like 10 seconds of tickling. He just kind of vibrates a little bit. Nothing too crazy, but
That tickles. Oh, boy.
so it looks like if you hit him 3 times, he will get triggered to do the Tickle Me Elmo vibrate tickle. But normally he just does the.
Oh, boy. That tickles.
He says that. That's what he normally says. Hey, he vibrated again. I just hit it again. I didn't have to hit it 3 times. But previous to this, I had to hit it 3 times for it to get him.
Oh, that tickles.
Vibrations.
Oh, boy. That tickles.
Vibration's pretty light in regards to it. We're desensitized to these types of vibrations now because of our phones and stuff that have vibrating technology in them. But back in the 90s, this was, for a kid, this vibrated adequate enough. It's a Tickle Me Elmo. It's not something that's like a vibrating phone which needs to get your alert. It's something you're interacting with, and it's just vibrating because it's something cute for the kid's toy. You know what I'm saying? Kids like interactive toys, things that interact back as you're interacting with it. So as you're tickling Elmo,
That tickles.
he'll talk to you. Now this is also a line of toys that had these like animatronic type movements to them, but it was one of the first ones besides the talking Mickey, Teddy Ruxpin. You probably remember all those, but this was one of many in a line of animatronic type toys that really took off for kids and really got the attention of kids, especially in the late 90s. And yeah, this was definitely an iconic toy, and it's really cool to look at it 20 years later and just to see how far the technology can last and how long it can hold up for. So we got this Tickle Me Elmo, and yeah, we're gonna be putting this little guy
That tickles.
in the store for sale, and we'll see if somebody grabs him up and gives him a new home. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you remember Tickle Me Elmo and you have any experiences with Elmo that you want to talk about, leave them in the comments below. Want more content like this, subscribe to this channel, and have a great rest of your evening.